So I hope you're beginning to see that everything we do is a demonstration of what lies within us. The whole world is a stage, and we are all players. In fact, we are all the players. Imagine that. You can't? Well, you already do imagine it. And that's what I'm pointing to. Everything we do, every action we take, is attached to a belief that we hold within us, consciously or unconsciously. Everything. Even the most mundane things, even eating, for example, is demonstrating our desire for communion and externalizing our belief that we are dependent upon this world, that we are of this world. So in our demonstration of eating, we take the world into us as we eat. It's our very unconscious demonstration of trying to reunite what we see as two back into one, because we believe that we're dependent upon this arrangement. Now, nobody stop eating tomorrow or something. Don't do that. I'm just pointing to a hidden agenda that we all initially have. Even before we had much of a consciousness and were babies, we sought to take our mothers, what we perceived as our world at the time, into us. We nursed and soothed these feelings of separation and dependence that externalized in the form of hunger. And of course, we don't normally think of these things consciously. These are insanely deep thoughts to ponder. We just eat, don't we? And in the same way, an out-of-body experience can be a demonstration of our ripened awareness that we're beginning to truly see that we're not our bodies. Eating is a demonstration of our utter belief and conviction of our dependence upon this world, and our attempt to constantly reunite what we view as two. And so we eat, and we don't think about it. Because these are the rules for our dream character, the one who's sitting there listening to me today. And he must abide by these rules with disastrous results if he foolishly tries to jump immaturely to higher bands of actuality before he is ripe. He has to eat. Don't stop feeding him. But just switch hats for a moment and look deeper and see what this act of eating is actually a demonstration of. Think about it. Would a dream character that you normally have in your sleep be dependent upon eating to survive? No, not really. He's your projection. But if the rules of his dreamscape that you have dreamed say he does, then he does, or he will demonstrate his belief in your dream by appearing to die there. This world that we think is real is also your projection, not unlike your nightly dream. And you, the dream character here, is bound by the rules of the dream we project. So again, keep feeding him. But take a little peek with me under the hood here. Connect the dots. See if you can see that the higher truth is you aren't dependent upon the world to exist. The world's existence is dependent upon you. And this is what was being pointed to in an often confused phrase in the Gospel of Thomas that goes, "Blessed is the lion which a man eats, so that the lion becomes a man. But cursed is the man whom a lion eats, so that the man becomes a lion." Tough verse, huh? When we willingly take the world, as symbolized by the lion or the beast, within us, when we make it one with us and we reunite them, then the world becomes blessed. But when we allow ourselves to be consumed by the world, then we, the divine, resign ourselves to being a victim of our own creation. As I became aware of this, I expressed it in a very short poem, again, if you can even call it that. For some reason, I titled "Eat Me," and it goes, "You must first take off your robe, consume the world, then put your robe back on again." Like I said, this is an insanely deep thought and a very sticky one. Take your time and approach it when you're able to see it. I just wanted to point to it for those of you who can see it. Discard it if it's not useful to you right now. So if you pay attention, we can now choose to look at our world very differently. We see what we once thought were separate people and places and events, but they're actually our manifested handiwork, expressions of us, externalized fragments. And now we also see that everything we do has at least two meanings, the superficial meaning as well as the one with much, much, much deeper roots. We can now not only watch the people and events and places we encounter to see what lies within us, we can also watch our every action, because no matter how common or mundane an action seems, I guarantee you it has a much deeper root. If it did not, it would not be here, hiding under the disguise of your everyday life. Please join me in part 11 for Tools and Truths.